Hello, hello, hello to all of my amazing Leos. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with a very special reading on today. Leos, we're going to get into tropical and sidereal astrology. Yes, people have been asking about the 13th sign. I've been getting text messages. Some of you all have been leaving messages under the videos as well as on my Instagram page. And so here it is. Here it is. Yes. Yes. What's the difference between tropical astrology and sidereal astrology? Well, tropical astrology is Western astrology used by the United States and Europe. And then sidereal astrology is used by Egyptians, Persians, Vedics, Mayans. So the Western astrology is, just in short, based on the seasons of the earth, right? Begins at 0 degrees Aries. And, you know, you have Aries through Pisces. That's the 12 signs. The Sidereal astrology is based on those 13 signs, including Ophiuchus, right? So here's the question for you today based on what I share for you. Do you feel more like you're a Leo? And I'll give you the birth dates. Or do you feel more like you are a Cancer? Are you, or just a little bit of both of those things, both of those signs? Okay, so your birthday in the tropical astrology, which you all are used to hearing, if your birthday falls between July 23rd through August 22nd, Leo. But again, it can have a variance of a couple of days off depending on, you know, tropical astrology. Because actually tropical astrology is actually called the moving zodiac. The moving zodiac. That's why you have spring starts on a certain day. Sometimes it starts on one day. Sometimes it starts on another day. So that's why you have the season start on, you know, different days, maybe 1 or 2 days off or something. If your birthday falls between August 7th and September 14th, you are a sidereal Leo, you know. So, or you could be, or if it's between July 17th through August 6th, you could be a Cancer, according to the sidereal astrology. Let's go. Most High God in the universe, please give me a special reading for my amazing Leos as it relates to every area of their lives, specifically in areas of power and intellect, money and wealth, creativity and emotions and spirituality, and where they need to take action. Just in case there is a question, this video is for Leos. Okay, because somebody's going to send me a message. Is this for Cancers or is it for Leos? This is for Leos. Leos, 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 right? Ruling planet is the sun. I'm just giving you the tropical astrology dates versus the sidereal astrology dates, okay? So the question is, are you a Leo or are you a Cancer? You choose, all right? Some of the cards already fell out. I am talking to my Leos out here who actually radiate light. Every Leo was like, that's me. I radiate light. Are you life-filled? Are you a life-filled energy? Like when you walk into a room, are you filling that room with light, with life? L-I-G-H-T, L-I-F-E, right? Do you feel like you're sustaining the creation? We're not talking about on some ego trip. We're talking about, do you feel like you are like really just like really lighting up a room when you walk in? I am talking to my caring, optimistic, natural leaders who are also very kind and protective, who are vivacious, who are honest, who are creative, who are very passionate, who are generous, warm-hearted, cheerful, humorous, lions. I am talking to you guys and goddesses. Let's go. Here we have the cards that popped out. The Temperance card, yes, which is attached to one of your relatives, which is the Sagittarius. We also have the Hangman, yes, which is attached to Neptune, which is currently retrograde. We have the Four of Wands. Let's see if we can get in there. All right. We also have the Three of Swords. Get in here, Three of Swords. We also have the Ace of Cups. Let me make some room here because I got these oracle cards out here. And I'm going to show you which oracle cards I'm using. These are the oracle cards that we're going to be using in case somebody wants to screenshot this. Yes, there's a lot of changes that are going on. There's a lot of changes. The 13th sign is nothing new. It's nothing new. It may be new to some people, but it's absolutely not new. Here we have the Ace of Cups. We also have the Knight of Pentacles. Make sure you all can see that. Let me make sure I have enough room here. Also have the 9 of Wands. Shooby-dooby-doo. We also have 2 of Cups. By the way, thank you all for all those kind words. My team is working to put the other video back up. This video is going to be entitled, probably going to be entitled, if there's enough space for the characters to fit. I mean, let me see. It's going to be entitled New Moon and Waxing Crescent Moon, because we're still in the Waxing Crescent Moon. The first quarter moon doesn't start until Tuesday the 12th. So we are still technically in the new moon phase, moving towards the first quarter moon. Okay, just so everybody knows that. And it also, if I can fit the letters in there, it'll be tropical and sidereal. And then the number for today is 13. All right. So here we have 8 of Pentacles. We also have Queen of Wands. Yes, yes, indeedy. We also have 3 of Wands. So I see a lot of you all are really, really on fire, like really expecting something great to happen, and you should be, right? This may be a period. This may be a time where some of you all are really like leaning on your. Maybe you have a lot of questions. Remember, Pluto just went station direct not too long ago. So Pluto is the planet of death, rebirth, right? And so, how do you feel? I want you all. I'm trying to connect the dots for you all so you understand how this works. So if Pluto being the planet of death, rebirth, how do you feel when you lose a job or lose a relationship to some sort, lose a loved one? You feel sad for a while, right? You're trying to adjust. You're trying to see, okay, well, I held space, whether you realize it or not, you're actually holding space for that energy in your life for a period of time, right, Leos? And so without that energy, how do you feel? Some people, it takes a minute for them to kind of sort of just regroup or recover, like to try to figure out, well, what do I do now? Like I have this chunk of time in my life. Like, what do I do with it? For some people, they vibrate low. Some people choose to vibrate high. And so you all are givers by default, divine masculine by default, right? And we're talking about the tropical astrology, right? Western astrology, divine masculine by default. You want to go by the other one. You want to go by the sidereal. And if you're a Cancer, if you fall in between the Cancer dates that I gave you, divine feminine, right? So listen, let's talk about balancing it out, right? So adjusting with the whole balancing when you know your default is divine masculine and you're trying to really balance it out, like growing to a place of balancing it out. Remember, okay, I need to get a scale. So if there's a scale and you're an overgiver, you're going to have to get rid of some things, whether it is intentionally or unintentionally, remove some things from that scale to balance it out, like to make it even, right? Make it even. I don't know if this is even, but yes, to make it even, right? And so for some people, that's real. The changes like, it's not the easiest thing, like the book, Who Moved My Cheese? I don't know if you all read the book, but anyway, it's a pretty old book. Anyway, so change is not the easy, not everybody is easily adaptable. You all are fixed signs, and sometimes it's hard to adapt to change, right? Okay, so what I'm seeing here is that changes are occurring. As we know, changes are occurring all the time around us. Sometimes you notice the change, sometimes you don't notice the change. But right now we have Uranus, which is the planet of intuition, which is also about spontaneity and change. It's Aquarius's ruling planet. Saturn is retrograde right now until tomorrow, until 10:10. It's retrograde until tomorrow, Sunday, until 10:10. Saturn is the planet of ambition, right? So still write down your ambitions and your long-term goals, right? Don't give up on that. The fact that the moon is at a waxing crescent moon is really encouraging you to stay in faith and stay positive, right? Stay in faith and stay positive. What I'm seeing right here when I look at your cards is that you have a guardian angel that's really helping you to guide through this transition here. This transition, this transformation that you're going through right now, Leo. And I want you all to stay in faith and just know that for some people it's tough. It's like you really literally feel like you lost a loved one. You could have ended a relationship. You could have ended a relationship, a romantic relationship. You could have ended a job. You could have ended a friendship. You could have ended something within yourself like, okay, I'm going to stop being scared to go out there and date. I'm just going to get rid of fear. Remember, that's a death, right? I'm killing fear. Fear is dying. Whew, okay. Let me catch my breath. Let me get up the strength and the courage and the faith and be positive about dating again, right? So I'm going to get back out there in the dating game. But this time it's going to be different based on my experience, right? So when you tap into your divine feminine side of yourselves, whether you have Cancer in your chart or whether you fit some of the criteria, you feel like you fit some of the criteria by some of the characteristics of a Cancer by default, you're now in your mind, in your spirit saying, I'm going to tap into this. Because remember, Cancerians are nurturers by default. Remember, you all are givers, Leo, by default. Cancers are nurturers by default, right? They are the receivers. You all, Leos, are the givers. But if you find your birthday falls and you want to go by the Sidereal Astrology, I hope I'm not losing anybody. If you want to go by that and you realize, you know what, I am a nurturer, right? I am a person who is very reflective. I am very maternal. I am very encouraging by reassuring people that everything is going to be okay. People are really drawn to me, right? I may have a lot of people around me that I consider as friends, but you also got to define what friend is, right? I am a sweetheart. I am empathic. I do love to give my best. These are characteristics of a Cancer. I don't hold back my emotions. You know, I am persuasive. I'm loyal. I am tenacious. I am emotional, but in a good way, right? I'm highly imaginative. Some of those things kind of cross with Leo, right? Yes. So when I look at your cards here and I'm seeing you have a guardian angel that's helping you in your transformation, whichever you decide, right? I also see you being patient with your progress and your process. I see you being very, very patient with yourselves, right? This is wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. As a result of that, like I said, I'm seeing you all at the end of a long and arduous path, long and arduous journey that of discovery, of self-discovery. You're on fire, right? There were some bumps and bruises in that. That's the arduous path. There were some bumps and bruises. There were some highs and lows. Some of the things you loved about the lessons you learned. Some of them you like, look, I could have learned this lesson without this. God, could you have given me a different type of lesson? I would have learned it, I promise, right? Did I have to go through all of that? Yeah, because it would not, when you get to the end of this, it would not, it's going to make sense to you when you look back and go, okay, if it had been any more subtle, maybe I wouldn't have gotten the message, right? All right, so you're at the end of that. So it means you're at the beginning of something. Death, rebirth, the end, right, of a long path. Here's what awaits on the other side. I'm seeing somebody celebrating in front of a house, a building, whether you are refinancing, selling a home or homes, buying homes or a home or homes, refinancing a home or homes, purchasing a building or buildings, singular or plural. But I see you celebrating, right? Maybe with somebody that you love dearly. It could be a child, it could be a parent, it could be a friend, it could be a significant other, which hopefully is a friend, right? But yes, somebody who is significant to you. But I see you celebrating outside of that. Why? Because you are committed to not just being fixated on being just this one-dimensional person, right? You're like, okay, I'm open to this. Yeah, I am open to this. You'll start to see how interconnected, and I said this before in my reading, you'll see how interconnected all mankind is, believe it or not, right? We also have, see how this person has one foot planted? Come on, camera. See how this person has one foot planted here and another foot up right here. The other foot is up. They're anticipating something great, like you're on fire. You know something is happening. You may not know what. And just that not knowing, this is your carnal self that doesn't know. Because when you ascend higher to your highest selves, you know exactly what it is, right? You feel something, a change is happening. You just like, okay, I know I'm getting some more money, the energy of money. I know that this deal is getting ready to go through. I know I'm going to get the job. I can just feel something is going to happen. I want you to keep your vibrations high. Even if in the natural sense, Leos, even in the natural sense, somebody falls out of range or something falls out of range, it's still for your good. It's still for your good, right? And I see this, you feeling happy, magnetic, on fire, free. Literally feeling on fire. You are on fire right now. That's what I want you to keep in mind. A lot of you all are learning to get to the crux of your heartbreak, like really getting to understand why you were an overgiver or an over-nurturer from the start. Did somebody break your heart during childhood? Did you feel abandoned? Did you feel neglected? Did a parent transition early before you felt like you got a chance to get everything you needed to get from that parent? Did somebody leave? Did somebody tell you that they didn't love you? Were they emotionally out of balance? Were they emotionally neglectful? You're getting to the heart of that, because that sets you on track or sets you on motion for all of your relationships moving forward, right? So I see your broken heart being mended. This is what I'm seeing right here. So whereas now, when I talk about balance, so if you're a Leo in the tropical astrology and you're now tapped into the sidereal side, and you could be a Cancer, I don't want y'all to overcomplicate this. And if you could be a Cancer, you're now focusing on mothering yourself. You're now focusing on nurturing yourselves, right? Being that nurturing spirit that maybe you were looking for at another point. We're not talking about man, woman, in a sense, dad roles, mom roles, the way that the world was conditioned, human beings were conditioned. We're talking about spirit realm here, where you may have needed that nurturing, right, that you didn't get. All right. Which makes you in turn a better nurturer, which goes back to you operating fully in Leo mode or even Cancer mode. Remember, Leo's ruling planet is the sun, which is the largest star. It sits right there, and everything else is, you know, like you're just sitting in your space and you're just radiating, you know, the solar system, right? You're adding light, right? And that's how you are when you are in your universe, you are the God of your universe. You're not trying to be somebody else's God, right? So also showing me that you have a huge heart. This right here speaks to water, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. It also sees you coming together, right? These are both of your hands, the darkness in you and the light in you, the seen and unseen in you, the known and unknown. Get it? Yes. All right. Also, I'm looking at the energy of money coming your way. You're already a very hardworking person. This is speaking to your divine feminine already. So now you're a receiver of more money. I'm looking at least 8 streams of income for you. That income can come from anywhere. It could be a discount on something. You can come in contact with a wealthy person who gives you a property or who gives you at a discounted price. You could, somebody could offer one day to pay a bill for you or pay your rent. Don't dismiss it no matter how small it seems, because you're not comparing yourselves to other people, right? Yes, exactly. When we talk about, I have to grab these oracle cards real quick and start shuffling these and get this. When we talk about the number 13, 13 is, when we reduce number 13, it's reduced to number 4. We're going to talk specifically about 13. 13 means that you experience many changes that are meant to transform and empower you throughout your life. I chose 13 because people were asking about the 13th sign, Ophiuchus. Right? And so I want you all to, if you're interested, go back and watch the video for that, because it sits between Sagittarius and it sits between Scorpio. So go back and watch that video if you want to. But I wanted to, on a broader scale, talk about why we have 13 signs, and we have 12 signs, like 12 signs versus 13 signs, and what that actually means, and what it actually means specifically for your sign if your birthday falls between certain dates, right? But 13 is so special because it talks of transformation, right? And empowering yourselves throughout your entire life. 13 actually resonates to a genius quality. It means that you definitely have an out-of-the-box approach to life. It means that you can attract sudden changes that are meant to keep you alert and aware. birth, life, death, rebirth is consistent theme, you know, with the number 13. So let's pull an oracle card. Let's pull an oracle card. I know people are like, oh my God, just as I was really setting into celebrating being a Leo, you mean to tell me I could be a Cancer? It's your choice. It really is your choice. Okay, let's say you can center yourself at will. This is one side, and the other side reads, I see the world from an expanded perspective. There you go. So again, right now, currently we have 5 planets that are retrograde, right? That does not include Chiron, and you can go back and watch the video on Chiron or either True North. It doesn't include Chiron and True North that are also retrograde. But we have 5 planets that are retrograde. Saturn is going station direct tomorrow, I want to say at 1700 hours. And so there's still time for you to sit down and write out your long-term goals and like really put some fire up under it. But this is what I'm seeing for you in your cards. I'm seeing you really get to the heart of the matter where it comes to your heartbreak and focusing on nurturing yourselves, not necessarily looking outside of yourselves to nurture yourself. If you want to re-enter the dating world, yes, set your standards. When you go out there, you know, you have a lot of things to your advantage. If you want to go for, you know, look for a job or find a new job or whatever, put in place what it is you're looking for. Set those standards. Go out there and go for it. But again, when I'm looking at this, I'm seeing somebody who at the end of a cycle, which is not surprising. Pluto just went station direct not too long ago. And so that death, rebirth, that decluttering, you've been decluttering. So now it's like, you know, somebody in a new location. That's what kind of like what it feels for some people. Like, okay, I'm at a different frequency. Where is everybody? Get used to new things, new and exciting and wonderful things happening. But in the meantime, like I said, when waxing crescent moon, stay positive and stay in faith. A lot of wonderful things are happening for you, Leos. I just want you to keep your head up and don't get discouraged by what you may see in this dimension, right? I need you to stay focused because this is what lies ahead. At least 8 streams of income. You're still a very hard-working person. Stay positive. Continue illuminating everything around you. You got the advantages of the sun and the advantage of the moon. Both are luminaries. Neither one of them ever goes retrograde. And so you can be in a constant space of illuminating the light, not only your life, but the lives of people around you. Just set some very clear boundaries. That's what I have for you, Leos. Have a great one. Bye.